And welcome everybody to another episode of XN Interviews. I'm XN. Joining me as always is JX. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing very well, man.
Heck yeah. And our guest this week is Lagacy. Some of you may know him from For Loki War videos and some other stuff. You know, he puts out a lot of content on YouTube. How are you doing tonight?
What's up, man? I'm doing great. Happy to be here.
Heck yeah. Happy to have you. Um, yeah, so what kind of got you into MCOC and creating content for it?
So I always wanted to be a content creator since I started playing Call of Duty in junior high. I love gaming and I really wanted to make my own content. But then stopped playing Call of Duty in high school, and then I was playing I love DC. I love Marvel, and I was playing this DC game. And then I kept hearing it get compared to the Marvel version, which was Contest of Champions. And so after a while, I eventually tried it. I'm like, okay, yeah, this game is way better. And then, yeah, I just started posting content on that for fun, just crystal openings. And then just slowly started getting more serious and into it.
Cool. What kind of got you hooked into playing? Was it like your favorite character that you saw, or what was it?
Yeah, I love Spider-Man. Spider-Man's always been my favorite. So the fact that he was in game, different versions of him, Venom, I just loved it. When I first started playing, I was grinding so hard. I was playing all day. It was just so much fun.
Okay, cool. Jay, you got one over there?
Of course, man. Okay, so the big one I'm sure you get asked a lot is how did you get the name Lagacy?
Yeah, so again, that also circles back to Call of Duty. Back then, there's clans and stuff, and when you join a clan, you have to come up with a name. And so Legacy, spelled normally, was pretty common, and I liked it, so I kind of wanted to use it, but it was so common that I changed it a little bit because I had really bad internet connection, and I was always lagging with 1 2 bars of connection. So it's just kind of a play on that. It's Legacy.
I love it, man. I was huge in the Call of Duty scene with esports and all that, and I've heard you say that on stream, and I'm like, that's so cool to kind of come from the same community and stuff.
What was your favorite COD?
Black Ops 2, classic.
Black Ops 2? Nice.
Yeah.
Mine's probably Modern Warfare 2. So.
It literally top 2. It's they're so everyone knows they're the best.
Yeah, very beloved.
Absolutely. Black Ops 2 and Black Ops were definitely some of my favorite.
Yeah, zombies were just the best.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, before we get into some MCOC stuff, Slayer asked us to bring up some Fortnite stuff. So what do you play? Do you play the build mode? Do you non-build mode? What do you play?
Yeah, so I started playing Fortnite a long time ago, and again, because of my Call of Duty background, I was pretty good at my aim was good, I was good at killing people, but I wasn't good at building at first, when it first came out. But I eventually got better. But now that there's a no build mode, I much prefer that because, like I said, I'm good at building now, but I'm definitely a lot better at aiming and just my gun skill. So no building, I find way more enjoyable.
Okay. Yeah. So back to MCOC.
Right.
So Battlegrounds is coming up, and there's been lots of talks of tournaments. Have you thought about going into a tournament? And what are your thoughts on some of these tournaments that are popping up?
Yeah, so I think it's really good for the game, and I think this can be a really big aspect on the community side. If we can, now we'll have the ability to host our own tournaments. I think that's huge, and I'm really excited. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about Vegas tournament. I will be participating in that one, so it's looking like a lot of fun, and I definitely want to host my own one day. It sounds so cool.
Of course, and you're
Yeah.
you're obviously beat the boss winner from New York Comic Con, so you're looking to get another win.
Oh yeah, big time.
Heck
Look
yeah.
at that! Look at that picture.
Very nice.
Just classic in the record books forever.
Yeah, one of my biggest achievements.
Heck yeah. So what was that like at Comic Con? Standing on the stage?
Oh man, was so nerve wracking. I had never been like, my heart was just racing. My hands were like, my palms were so sweaty. Constantly like mid fight having to wipe them off. Man, it was nerve wracking, but it was so much fun.
You'd absolutely would do it again, wouldn't you?
Oh, 100%. Man, we need Comic-Con to happen again with Kabam there.
Absolutely. We were telling John, man, like, man, as soon as you guys get it ready, we are ready to go, getting our passes, and we'll be there.
Heck yeah, I'm ready.
Love to meet you guys.
For sure. What else you got over there, Jay?
Okay. Well, yeah. So you talked about Battlegrounds. Is what's kind of the plan? What do you plan on for Battlegrounds since it's coming out so soon on your channel?
Yeah, so I was really stoked for it. The rewards right now in the current state are definitely making me not as excited because pushing for like before I wanted to try to push like as high as I can. Like of course number one is the goal. Obviously that's way out of reach and like crazy, but like you might as well set your sights high. So I wanted to push like as high as possible, but with the current rewards it just does not seem worth it. But Kabam just made a post saying that they're going to be addressing stuff soon. So we're going to have to see how all that shakes out. But I just plan on making a lot of Battlegrounds content, a lot of streams. Plan on like challenging some other YouTubers for maybe like a money match. I feel like that could be pretty entertaining.
Absolutely, I'd love to watch that.
Heck yeah. That would be definitely some interesting content.
It's fun for sure.
So who do you think are some of your top picks for Battlegrounds right now?
I actually just ranked up mcoc for defense because it's the first node set is bulwark. So every champ's going to be immune to armor break. And so I think modoc's going to be pretty annoying with that meta. At first I thought it was metal champs, but I guess it applies to just all champs now. So it's going to be very weird seeing the old war tactics in Battlegrounds not being like tag specific. It's going to be really weird and crazy. Some of the metas are looking like really tough.
That's all John.
Yeah.
He did that on purpose.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that. John mentioned bringing back some old nodes.
Oh yeah.
So we'll be excited to see some.
Yeah, and mcoc is
not so excited for others.
yeah, mcoc does sound like a nightmare, and it's crazy. Like this champ is years and years old and is getting brought back for this. And that'll be so interesting to.
But I think that's one of the best parts about Battlegrounds. It's making us rank champs we never would have ranked before.
Yeah, it's cool. It's really changed the dynamic of the game, especially for rank ups.
Heck yeah. I just took what is it? By Hitmonkey to rank 3, unduped, just for Battlegrounds. Absolutely. So is there anybody that you still want to rank up for Battlegrounds?
Yeah, definitely want to. My Gallon is currently ranked 3. He's gonna be my next rank 4. I think he's gonna be a monster in Battlegrounds, especially for the first meta because there's a explosive personality. So every time you hit the opponent's block, they gain an armor up. Every time the defender gains an armor up, Gallon gains a crap load of planetary mass. So I feel like he's just gonna be an absolute nuke. It's gonna be very fun.
Okay, cool. So besides Battlegrounds, who are some of your favorite champions?
Right now, like the newer champs, I'm loving. Like the champs released this year, we've had some really great ones like Hulkling, Omega Sentinel. Recently took them to rank 4, and just I think they're just so well designed, and just they're able to do so much, and I just have an absolute blast playing them. A lot of really good champs this year. It feels like Kabam has kind of like stepped it up, and like champions have like a purpose, and I like that.
Okay. Yeah. So I've heard you mention Gallon a couple of times. What are some things that you really like about him?
Yeah, he's just. I mean, like the guy is a peaceful Galactus. Like that in and of itself is just like it's so awesome to think about. And he's just like this super powerful character. He looks so cool. He's got like a planet and a star on his staff. Like you just feel so powerful using him, and the damage it really does reflect it. So like I feel like he's just so well designed. I just have so much fun playing with him.
I agree. I don't know if you read the story, but I was reading the story that month, and it was just, I was like so cool. Like only,
No,
what's up?
sorry,
Um,
I didn't interrupt you. I was just saying, like, no, I accidentally like skipped the story a lot this month at the end with the Titanian champion. I was reading a little bit, and I was interested. So if you could actually tell me about the story last month, that'd be awesome. I'd love to
okay,
hear it.
okay. So yeah, okay. I'll do a quick rundown.
Let's go.
All right. Let me get my notes out. No, it
You look
was
really
it was pretty cool. I do the videos every month. Let me get my video out. But basically, it was kind of running around. Basically, the world heart got stolen, which was like the world tree. Basically, could spawn the whole 9 realms and everything. Odin had it, and it got stolen. Quicksilver took it because Galen told him to, and basically they have it. They're like, okay, this is how we save the battle realm because this whole many Galactuses are coming to the battle realm, and they're going to destroy everything. So if we use this world heart, the seed, and use it to feed the Galactuses, they won't destroy everything. Is kind of the rundown of it, but it was really cool to see
Okay.
Galen like kind of like having to earn Silver Surfer's trust and being like, I'm not this devourer of worlds. I'm actually a farmer. I'm actually here to save everyone, and you should just trust me. And it was a really cool story.
Oh, I like that. That's cool. And so like at the end of Emrock, like Galactus came in, and him and that chick were fighting. So like they're coming to the contest now, right? And
Yeah.
so
So
Alan's trying to like get some planets, farm some planets so, to feed this other Galactus.
okay. So you have the Emrock's ending, which is the Corona Serpent and his followers, aka Citalis, that we saw in 8.1, and they fought a one Galactus. But at the end of May's event, we were told a whole army of variants of Galactus were coming.
What? Okay,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
It's small things that people miss because they don't
Huh.
read, but it's really exciting, and this was another step towards that big end game that we've been building up for years of Galactus and even the Chronos Serpent from Act 6 cutscene.
Dude, that really makes me think that once all these Galactuses like really come, that's probably what they've been planning to finally have like the what is it called, like big boss battle.
Yeah, like a raid.
Yeah, raids. That's it. Yeah, that must be what they're
Yeah.
saving it for. That's got to be it.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm. Oh man, that's so cool! Like I never would imagine like Kabam doing like a raid in a mobile game in the way that this game works. Like it's so insane.
I never would have imagined this many variants of Galactus coming. That's so crazy. Like I've always just thought of it as like these Galactus, like he's one of a kind, you know. But variants have changed everything.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. I can't wait to see more. um, so, have you played around with Quicksilver at all?
Oh yeah, man. Love Quicksilver. The problem is I didn't get him. I spent over $1,000 trying. So
Yikes.
yeah, that's what. But I did get Gallon, so that's why
Right.
Gallon makes me happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, so what are your thoughts on the new infamous Iron Man and
Oh
Titania?
yeah. Um, I think Infamous Iron Man is just he looks so cool. First of all, I love his design. He just he really does look like this new Tech Doom, and I'm really glad that he's the tech class. Because like my entire tech roster, like the only champ I'm really missing right now is Captain America Sam Wilson. I have like every other good tech champ, so like that's like a first world problem. But, like now I have another like really cool tech champ to like chase after. So yeah, I really like that.
And he's pretty similar too, so it'll be nice to you can if you do get him over Sam, he might fill in that
That's
void.
true. Yeah, yeah, that's very true.
Yeah. What about Titania?
So I only played with her a bit, but I will say I had a blast playing with her. I think she is really, really fun. Like the ability to just go indestructible, unstoppable, and unblockable all at once. It's crazy, and it's just fun. It allows you to do so many different things. Like you can literally get hit, like just take a combo to your face to bait a special. You can like push them to special threes, then trigger this with the indestructible to like power control, kind of like that. Like it opens the door for a lot. So I think Titania has a lot of potential, but I think she's probably gonna get overshadowed by the new Doom.
Okay. All right.
But she's fun.
Um, Yeah. So you did the beta for Act 8.1, right?
Yeah, but I really don't remember. I only did it because you get 6-star shards for every path you completed, so I just
Okay.
just grinded it like 6 hours in one night. Just max
Okay.
boosted, you know. I wasn't really paying attention.
All right. So, do you think you're gonna be excited or fear this new Black Widow fight?
I'm a little scared because root is like definitely one of my biggest weaknesses when it comes to like combat. But we did have this Craven Eternity of Pain, so I feel like I have been getting some practice with root. So I'm actually really glad that this Craven Eternity boss came out before Cytalis, because the root definitely had me sweating when I first saw this boss fight.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Speaking of Eternity Pain, we have Craven. Or have you been using, or who did you use to complete the challenges?
Yeah, so I used Null and Colossus. Colossus got 2 of the objectives done, so it was nice. But I did use a revive on both. It's just, I don't know. I did have a video coming with Kitty Pride against Craven. She worked really, really well for that fight.
Okay. Very nice. Yeah, I haven't done that one yet. So I'll definitely take Kitty into consideration.
Yeah, you should.
Okay. So have you completed everything else in game, like the Abyss and Labyrinth and all that stuff?
Yeah, I was the 18th person in the world to complete Abyss. So
Woohoo.
that's the reason I have a 6-star awakened Thanos.
Yikes! All right.
Yeah.
Big
Pretty much.
flex.
Yeah. Pretty much all content completed. The only thing I don't have done is like the classical mode on the variants. I've never touched
Okay.
it. That's pretty much the only thing.
All right. Um. So what? Out of the variants, which one do you think was the hardest?
I think it's got to be the first one, because like, but at the same time, when that came out, our rosters weren't nearly advanced, and they're also like, for example, when Variant One came out, one of the bosses had EMP modification, which places passive shock, and at that time, there was like less than 5 champs in the game immune to shock. Plus, it was also only 2 classes you could bring in to fight this boss. So I feel like back then, like, it was just really restrictive, but I liked that, and I had a lot of fun with Variant One. That was like, it was challenging and enjoyable at the time. So I'll always look back at that variant as like my favorite.
Okay. Very nice. A lot of people
Yeah.
just
Yeah, a lot of people
despise
think the other
that
way.
variant.
Yeah, for
It's so
sure.
funny. Um, but yeah, that's cool. I mean, the way you look at it definitely makes more sense. You know, it's more restrictive for the time it came out.
Like, if it came out now, people would have way more fun with it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So what are some piece types of content that you would bring back if you could, like a celebrity challenge or the maze or something like that?
Oh yeah, I'd love to see the maze come back. That was really fun content, and I really like if you asked me this like a couple months ago, I would have said Grandmaster's Gauntlet, and they actually did bring that back. So I think that's awesome. Although I don't think we have it right now, because I think they had to take it back.
Yeah,
But
it came
Yeah.
out for a third time on
yeah,
accident.
yeah. But I think Grandmaster Gauntlet being permanent, turned into permanent content, is great, and I really hope we see that more with like other challenges that are like similar to it, like the maze. I'd love if they, like Maze 2.0, they brought it back and they made it permanent content. I'd love to see that.
Okay. Yeah. Is there like any event quest or something like that that you would like to see come back?
Um, the only one I really remember is like when I first started playing the game in 2016 is when Ghost Rider came out. So like him and I think it was him and Quake had like this event, and so I'd bring back that one just for like nostalgic purposes. It was fun. And
Okay.
I don't think I beat it all, because like that was the first month I was playing the game. So
All right, Jay, you got another one?
Yeah, we have a few questions from the chat. Are we getting any guides, lags, Omega, Sentinel, Scorpion, Quicksilver?
yeah, definitely. When I hit 100K, we're gonna be doing the Kitty Pride full on guide, and I definitely do want to make more guides. It's just I want to make them really good, and so that takes time.
Mhm.
I just don't want to put out anything I'm not really super happy with.
Absolutely. And you're really close. I think you're what, 3.5, right? 3.5,
Yeah,
3.5k subs.
yeah, man, it's
So
getting crazy.
we wish you the best, man. You're so close.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate that.
All right. We have another question for you. It says, I loved your latest vids on Battlegrounds. I like that you have invested so much time and effort into the new game mode. So my question is, when everything is corrected, can you see? Oh, the question got cut off. All right, let me get it back. So my question is, can you see PvP mode going into Evo? So I think just going in, like, Evo is a big gaming tournament. Like they have like all the like Mortal Kombat, Tekken, like super like
Oh,
competitive. Basically, is what he like actual esports and an actual esports tournament. I think is what he's saying.
oh, I see. Okay. I've never heard of that, but
Really?
no, like
Okay.
I just don't really play those games, so
Yeah.
uh,
Fair enough.
yeah. But I would love that. I think that would be so cool. But I really don't think it's gonna happen with Kabam at the helm. But I would love that. That'd be the coolest thing ever.
Yeah. We got to bug Marvel and be like, hey, dude, come on, give us a Marvel Evo.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be cool.
What are your thoughts on Battleground specific alliances now, like AQ and AW focused ones?
Yeah, that's I don't know, man. Cause like, do you guys remember what we were calling Battlegrounds like, before it had an official name?
No.
There's just mostly people refer to as like solo competitive,
Okay. Yeah.
right? Yeah. So like solo competitive. The fact that alliances seem to be such a focal point for rewards just doesn't really seem right in a solo competitive mode. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with some like focus on being an alliance and stuff, but I feel like it should not be the main source of rewards or the main focus. Like solo, like as long as you do really well, you place really high. Like I don't think it should matter what alliance you're in. At the end of the day,
Yeah. I had never even thought to like cross the two together.
yeah, I
That's
don't
a
know.
really interesting question. Okay. Well, we got a few. We're getting chat all over the place. I appreciate you guys coming by. All right. So, what would you want in a new AQAW awards to compare to the current ones?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Yeah, because I think we are going to be getting a really big Alliance War reward rework for the next season. As to what it's going to look like Kabam really hyped it up. They teased. They said like the next season of Alliance War is going to be like the most competitive to date, or like something like that. So some heavy implications that these rewards are going to be insane. So I don't know. I'm a lot of rank 4 material. So probably at least a full catalyst if you place masters. I'm not sure. What are you guys thinking? Any ideas?
I
With
am.
Act 8 coming out, is there like going to be any rank 5 material?
Yeah, with Act 8, there's going to be 25% selector
Okay.
for 100%.
So do you think there's going to be any more rank 5 material in the war rewards?
I don't think so yet because like I'm looking at them right now, and rank 1 doesn't even get like a full catalyst yet. So I feel like it would be a bit of a jump to go from not even giving a full
Mm-hmm.
catalyst of rank 4 material to then giving out rank 5 material. So
Okay.
I think it's a bit too soon for that. Honestly, I hope. I think they'd be jumping the gun if they did that. Um,
Yeah. So
yeah,
what you think it'd be like a full tier 6 basic catalyst and like a selector of some sort?
yeah, and then maybe I don't know. I would love to see like class nexus crystals too implemented more,
Ooh.
just all throughout the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I
What are
completely
your
agree.
thoughts on these new wish crystals that they talked about?
Yeah, I'd love to see that. I feel like honestly, I was actually thinking like those should be implemented in the battlegrounds like top ranks because like if you place I don't know, let's say top 20 in the world for battlegrounds, like that's impressive. You should totally maybe not for top, maybe like top 10, top 5, but give these players like a wish crystal, like basically like let them get whatever champ they want from the basic pool. Like no matter unless you're like the biggest whale, like everybody has like that one champ that they haven't pulled yet. Like, everybody has that one champ that they're chasing for the most part. So like if you place really high in battlegrounds or war or whatever, a wish crystal would be perfect, I think. And I see like a lot of comments like, "Where's the wish crystals? Where's wish crystals?" Like people want to see it. Kabam teased us with that.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
That would be, yeah. The wish crystals would put a little nice little topping on the ice cream there.
Yeah, for sure.
So what else do we got?
I got one.
Go ahead, Jay.
All right, so we got Ant-Man buff this month. How was your testing with him been?
So I actually haven't. I don't think I've played Ant-Man yet after his buff. But I've watched Karate Mike's video, a couple other videos, so I'm pretty well informed on how he works, and I like his buff actually. I think it's a really solid buff, and honestly, it's the whole like, because of course he was more powerful before they changed his synergies and stuff, but like you needed synergies, more than one synergy, otherwise he's a useless character. And yeah, he can do some cool and flashy stuff to make for some cool YouTube videos, but if you ask me, I would much prefer have this Ant-Man after his buff and have toned down synergies. Because now, like, I'd actually rank my Ant-Man. Like, if there's a Battlegrounds meta where, it's really punishing buffs, I'd probably rank up Ant-Man because he's immune to buffs. Like, that's awesome in and of itself. Plus now, he can get his damage a lot faster. He can keep it technically infinitely. I'm a big fan of his buff. I like it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I don't like it when champs need a whole synergy team. It ruins the whole like picking your whole team.
Exactly. Honestly, like a character that doesn't need synergies, love that. That's what I love about Gallon, Quicksilver. They're totally fine just on their own. They don't need anything. Yeah, sure, it's great to have some synergies that like enhance, but like I want my champion to still be really, really, really good just on their own.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I like about CGR. You can just take him almost about anywhere and do pretty good with him.
Exactly. Plus, he has like some cool synergies, but you definitely don't need them.
No.
Exactly. Yeah.
So the solo objectives. Have you done all of the Karina's challenges?
Oh yeah, all that's been done. The first set, I didn't do them like fast. I never got the 4 Loki or the Loki cheese profile picture. I waited on those. When those came out, I wasn't super active, but when the second set of the Korean challenges came out, I had them done like within the first week.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So deals. Have you bought any deals, and what kind of deals would you prefer to buy or steer people towards buying?
Oh yeah. I've definitely been buying deals. So as far as steering people towards deals, I would say don't ever spend on this game unless it's either July weekend or Cyber weekend. That's what I would suggest. Just like save any money, like you see a deal you like, you're going to spend on, don't buy it. Save your money for those big days and then spend a little bit more than you probably would have on those days. And that's it. That's what I advise doing. That's what I try to do. But at the same time, I'm a YouTuber, and so I'm able to write off my spending on this game for taxes. So if I couldn't do that, I wouldn't spend nearly as much as I do. So as far as like steering people, I would only spend on those days if I wasn't a YouTuber. Because I am a YouTuber, I also like to buy like the early access bundles just to make fun videos on. But again, the value on those, I don't recommend buying.
Well, yeah, at least you get a tax write-off. That's like super interesting, especially when YouTubers you get an income from this game. Taxes are very important, so that's super interesting that you mentioned that.
Yeah, it's definitely a big reason for why I'm able to spend what I do.
Okay. Yeah, that makes a little bit more sense. If I were driving my car every day to work, I'd be able to write off my mileage.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. What about the monthly EQ this month? You said you paid attention to a little bit of it. Did you have any problems fighting Titania or infamous Iron Man?
Oh no, I breezed through the whole thing. But the ending, it was interesting. So like,
I haven't seen it, so.
Oh no?
No.
Nope, no spoilies.
You want me to spoil it?
No spoilies.
Okay. It's just The only thing I'll say is that like the champion and Titania, you know that how they have that synergy together.
Mm-hmm.
There are definitely some similarities between them. So it's just cool to see.
They're both wrestlers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I'm always I tried to rush it, but then like I just get caught up. Like I'm doing school full time, so I've been wrapped around that.
Oh yeah, totally understand.
Okay, we got. I'll definitely do it this week though. I'm excited to see.
Yeah, then we can talk.
Speaking of synergies, thoughts on the Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch synergy and the Agent Venom and Scorpion synergy? You think they should tune it down at the bit the same they did Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch? Oh, okay. So tuning down the Agent Venom synergy.
So, I think there's a big difference though because Scarlet Witch, she is one synergy, Quicksilver. That's it. For Agent Venom, you want to have Kraven and Scorpion on the team. So the fact that you need another synergy character, I think that makes it a little bit more okay. And Agent Venom is just without synergies is just trash. You never rank him, you never use him. Scarlet Witch without the Quicksilver synergy, she's still a good champ. So I think it is a bit different.
Yeah, I agree. And obviously the Scarlet Witch synergy was ridiculous.
Yeah,
we knew it was all gonna get patched.
Yeah, because the Scarlet Witch synergy, remember, she was doing more crazy things than what Agent Venom is doing with 2 synergies, and all the craziness you were seeing was from a 5-star Scarlet Witch. So a little bit of a difference there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now we have a 6-star.
Yeah. Also, I think that's also why they toned it down, because they didn't want to have release a 6-star into the game with that synergy running rampant.
Yeah. You got anything else over there, Jay?
Yeah. Andy says, will Lags play subscribers on streams? Would he play for us $100 match for the winner?
Yeah.
That's pretty fun.
Got to be like a best of 5 though. I would never just do like one match for more than $20 because you get a bad deck draft or something.
Yeah. I could definitely see that. Is there one character you would like to add to the contest that you would love to have?
Yeah, man, Blue Marvel. I think would be really awesome. That's who I voted for. Yeah. The original.
Nice, me too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
nice.
Absolutely. I was a huge fan of the original Contest Champions comics, the original, and then the one that's actually based on our game. And Blue Marvel was in there, and it was really awesome.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. But yeah, I feel like imagine if we got Blue Marvel instead of Hercules. That'd be, oh man, he'd probably be just as strong as Hercules.
Yeah, absolutely.
He'd probably be doing more damage, but probably wouldn't be immortal. But yeah, I don't know. I really hope we see him one day.
Yeah, he's super powerful, and we kind of got a little bit of the negative zone with Mr. Negative. So if there's any way they could do some cool stuff, we already have the layouts with Mr. Negative.
He's so cool to see.
Yeah, Blue Marvel's one of the most powerful. He's pretty dope.
Yeah, he can rival Sentry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you? Yeah. I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought.
It's okay.
Go ahead, Jay.
All right. Okay. Is there one character you'd buff in the game right now?
Oh yeah, probably actually Sentry.
Hey, we just talked to John, and he said it'll be one day.
Yeah, because I talked to John actually too about that before I was listening to the podcast. I remember him telling me that he does want to buff Sentry because he likes Sentry.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember when I was talking to him, he wasn't thinking like a full rework. He was thinking of like just like more of a tune-up. And I was like, dude,
no,
like, full rework. Like, it's a Sentry we're talking about. I don't think I said that, but like that's definitely what I was thinking. And then to see what he said on your guys' podcast, that like they really want to get his buff right. That kind of restored some faith in the future of Sentry.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been like a year since he was in that Synergy, so even though he's on the back burner, at least we'll know for sure he'll get a rework. So that's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. I like that they're treating his rework with like that much respect, because I feel like they know they don't just want it to be a subpar buff for a character that powerful. At least I hope,
Yeah. So who did you vote for when it came to voting for buffs?
I voted for Ant-Man when it was him versus Guillotine. So it's cool to
Okay.
have that buff now.
Yeah, we
Very
got like
nice.
the other losers first. It was pretty funny. Like we got Jane Foster, Joe Fixit. We got the Age of Venom synergy buff, so it was pretty funny that Ant-Man came around after them.
Yeah.
All right. Jay, you got another one?
Okay, we got quite a few. Okay, how likely do we see Absorbman in the future of the contest? I don't know. I've wanted him to come to the game. I was hoping he would come over to the game. I didn't really see Infamous Iron Man coming. I'm kind of sad, but eventually, I think Rogue needs some help. Absolutely, she's pretty cool, but I want a different kind of playstyle with her. Thoughts on the Electro buff?
Ooh, I'd love to see an Electro buff
Yeah,
because, man, I like my childhood. Like, and a big reason why like I love Marvel and stuff is because I grew up watching the '90s Spider-Man cartoon.
me
That was
too.
like my life as a kid, and I remember they built up like such a big arc for Electro, and like he was this like crazy powerful character like in that show, and he had so much potential, and then MCOC like he's trash. So, like they need to do Electro justice. They really do. He could be so much more powerful.
Yeah, I'm tired of him being like a cheese every once in a while.
Yeah.
And he was going No Way
Yeah,
Home too.
Jamie Foxx, man.
Circling back to Absorbing Man, how do you think like if he was at it, like how do you think he'd function?
Well, what do we have? We had Black Cat where she like puts the thing and steals them. I think him kind of having a similar thing of him touching the opponent and taking whatever metals they have on them, or not metals, whatever material they have on them and absorbing it, or him bringing his own and you can choose between a deck of what metals you want to use. There's a lot. I mean, a lot of crushing damage. Like and he's also gamma. He's also gamma infused as well. Like there's so many cool ways they could do it. I'm excited for it.
Interesting.
No,
Yeah,
no Morbius, stop.
yeah, because like I was thinking like I wonder if it's maybe like you do a fight against let's say like Thor, and you get like the Uru metal like
Mhm.
saved, and then like the next fight like you could like have
Yeah,
access to that or something. Like I feel like that could be really cool.
absolutely. That would be really cool. Yeah, someone said where in your roadmap is Morbius. I don't have Morbius on my map for a good reason.
More every time he dashes, it's Morbin time.
Oh my gosh, you can't. I feel like a band would do that too. They absolutely would.
Oh,
But I will say we do have two Spider-Man villains. We have a Spider-Man villain coming out next month, which will probably be Morlin, which is the Inheritor. He hunts down the spiders. Next year, I think we have two Spider-Man villains. Whether that is Lizard and
Sandman.
Sandman or Morbius, we'll find out.
Jay, I saw on your predictions it was like a wizard Spider-Man.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So do you think that's happening?
I have Spider-Man Supreme, which me and MSD really like this because it's symbiote
Yeah, I like
Spider-Man.
this too, man. I
Yeah,
love it. He looks so
yeah.
cool.
so he has magic and he has the cloak of levitation and basically he obviously is Spider-Man, but he's Mystic. Like that's something we don't have in the game. We don't have a Mystic Spider-Man, and I think we have every other class except for Mutant and Mystic, and I think Mystic would be a good fit next month for sure.
So like from the comics, does that Spider-Man become the Sorcerer Supreme?
He doesn't. I think he just
This is
gets it for. It's just a soul. It's just like a three where he beats the Green Guy. It's really quick.
Oh,
He's
okay.
not the only Spider-Man Supreme. I think there was just one with Accent. You actually had a comic of it that came out.
I yeah, I have the comic, and it's Strange number 2 with a variant cover. It's just Spider-Man with like the cloak of levitation. I'll
Yeah.
send a picture of it here. Um, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's Spider-Man in Doctor Strange's gear.
It's
It's pretty
awesome.
cool looking.
And,
And I
and
was, oh, sorry, go ahead.
And there are other Mystic Spider-Mans out there. I think the Indian Spider-Man has Mystic abilities as well, and I think there's a few others that have Mystic powers. So if it's not Spidey Supreme, there are a few other Mystics, but I just hope it's not like a basic Spider character where we kind of already have someone similar in game, or why didn't you buff the original Spider-Man, right? So I want something super
Yeah.
unique.
Yeah, totally, I agree. And then if we do get that, we got to get a mutant Spider-Man. I was thinking Man Spider.
Man Spider, right?
Yeah, so in
Absolutely.
case he gets out of control.
Oh
Again,
yeah.
I saw that story from the '90s
Yeah,
cartoon.
right. That show is so good.
It
It's
is, man.
it's crazy that the X-Men series is, which I love the X-Men. I'm more of an X-Men fan, but Spider-Man was my second animated love,
Mhm.
and that one's not getting a sequel or a next season, but the X-Men is. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're doing
Wow.
X-Men, but you're not doing the Spider-Man.
Okay. So yeah, have you seen the new Thor movie or any of the new
Yeah.
She-Hulk?
Yeah, I'm caught up on everything new Marvel except for the Miss Marvel show. I haven't finished that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So what are some of your favorite moments from She-Hulk so far?
um, man, She-Hulk is so weird because like when I'm watching it, like I'm enjoying it and I'm having a good time and it's fine. But then I go to like YouTube and I watch a video and like, there's so much She-Hulk hate out there. It's crazy. And I do get some of it to an extent. Like for example, in like at the first episode of She-Hulk, like she gets her powers and she can just immediately like control it. And I like that and I hate it because I like it because I like to think that like if it was me and I got Hulk powers, like yeah, I'd be able to control it too, like just right away. Of course, I want to think like that, but it seems very unrealistic. And the fact that She-Hulk said that she can control her rage easier than Bruce because she has more is just I don't know what Marvel was really thinking with that line. Like literally like the Hulk's been suicidal, depressed, he's tried to kill himself. Like there's no way she deals with more anger than he does. What? 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 Makes no sense.
Yeah.
I think they're just
But
doing it to quicken the pace. Like it's straight to the slapstick comedy, which I think most people have the problem with. And
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna see her. I'm sure we're gonna see her struggle as a even though she's not as powerful as Hulk. Obviously, we see that, but she's also not as skilled. Even though maybe she has like the bitter bones basics of her powers, but I want to see her grow and be as a superhero because she obviously doesn't want to be one. And I don't know if you saw the new trailer with Daredevil in it, but oh my
No,
gosh.
I didn't. I didn't want any spoilers.
Okay.
I'm most excited about that.
Okay,
But,
well, they showed like a small clip of it. I'm so excited.
yeah, okay, I'm looking forward to that episode. Dude, the problem with She-Hulk is just like Hulk powers are so OP, dude. Like you have super strength, you got regen, you're so like durable. Like, how is she gonna struggle? Like, I don't know. Like she faced the wreck. I didn't even realize that was the wrecking
Oh
crew
man,
either.
I know.
Man, that was
Pretty
I
disappointing.
had to, yeah, I had to see online. Like this is. I'm like that was the wrecking crew. What? I thought those were just some random dudes. Like, I don't know. Like as you saw, she did not struggle in the slightest.
No man, I was disappointed with the Wrecking Crew too, and they also like changed one of the characters. I was a little, I don't know what they're doing, but well, I don't know.
Because like
Life goes on.
I've actually like the only comic book series that I've read now is Ultimate Spider-Man. I just read that this year,
Oh, nice.
and the Wrecking Crew was in there a fair bit. So like I've kind of seen more of them lately, and so I'm a little like I see everyone saying like, "Oh, who's the Wrecking Crew?" No one cares about them, but it's like there are some people.
Yeah,
It's not
I
a
wanted
lot,
to see
but
them.
so yeah.
Yeah, they're part of the Masters of Evil, man.
Yeah, they were in the image that teased this month's event back in the end of last year
Yep.
with Titania and Absorbing Man on the same team, but yeah.
Nope. No absorbing man. We got infamous Doctor Doom or Iron Man.
Yeah, Iron Doom.
Yeah,
You can
Iron
call
Doom.
him Iron Doom. I think I like that the most. I feel like that's gonna stick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. What else you got over there, Jay?
Okay, so it wasn't sort of main character you broke. Yeah, so my perfect streak has been broken. I didn't see no one actually did. Like it's one of those characters where they just like Sauron. No one saw Sauron coming, and he just showed up. They're like, "What the hell, Kabam?" But yeah, so
Dude,
don't have a perfect streak.
it was funny. I was watching one of your videos where it's like State of the Battle Realm, where like you're predicting, and I was watching it like a week ago, but like you had released it months ago, and you were just like getting all these predictions right. I'm like, damn, like that's impressive.
Hey, I just pay attention and just kind of like once you see like a pattern of what could Bam do and what they're looking for in characters, you can kind of guess. But yeah, I'm not always right. I mean, I am human, so
Yeah, no, but you're
bittersweet.
educated. You make a very educated guess.
Absolutely. Which is why we can see a lot. Like, I think, what do I have? I have obviously the Mystic Spider-Man and Moreland coming out next month. Moreland could be a science champ. Mystic Spider-Man, hopefully. Wakanda Forever is super interesting. We could get M'Baku, a skill champ. We could get Ironheart, a tech champ. We could get the new Black Panther, a skill champ. We could get Atuma. I'm not sure what he would be, actually, since he's Atlantean. I really am maybe a skill champ. I don't think he's a mutant, but it's super interesting. And then Mantis, hopefully for December, would be the rest of the year. So I'm excited.
So, why do you think Mantis for December? I was curious.
The only reason is it's a holiday special, which basically means it's a TV special. So they're and all the promotional art and everything, and even what we heard about Guardians 3 is Adam Warlock and the High Evolutionary will be their first appearance in that movie, which is next year. So that to me writes off those two characters for the December event, because why would those two characters who are going to be in that film, which we'll probably get an event for next year,
Oh yeah,
right?
sounds like a huge event.
Yeah, it's absolutely. And December, I think Mantis, she's the only character in the game in the that's not in the game that's on the Guardians team besides Kraglin, which is just Yondu's power. So I don't see why Mantis wouldn't be.
Interesting. What do you think like she would do in game? Like some crazy stuns,
Dude, yeah, stuns. What she's got, empathy, like she can like control people's emotions. Maybe a better Psycho Man in that sense.
Yeah.
She's a cool martial artist. I had a cool video clip from the Guardians game. I don't know if you've played it or not.
No, I have not.
Let me see if I can get it on screen. But she fights Drax and just kicks his ass. But yeah, it was really cool. She like hits all the pressure points with like her mantis arms. Like she has like extended arms. I don't know if they'll do that, but I definitely think like some type of telepathy. How you saw her against Thanos in Infinity War. There's a lot of cool things I think they could do, and Kabam can definitely take liberties with her.
So you said Moreland? Is this the guy with the cactus sword looking thing?
A cactus sword? What?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's
Next to
gonna.
M'Baku?
Oh, okay, that's Atuma. Okay.
Oh, Atuma.
Yeah, Atuma. He's the blue Atlantean, who's
Yeah,
got a shark head. But Moreland is the guy in the suit.
Oh, that's by Spider-Man. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I never heard of this Atlantis dude before.
Yeah, he's a classic guy from the comics. He was in a few Marvel games, but he's basically. I was thinking like, I was just thinking like, kind of like Rintra, right? Like no one. I said Rintra was coming to the game because I was like, this guy looks cool, and this looks like someone Kabam would do. I don't know if he'll have a spot in the movie, which obviously he barely did.
Dude, that was a good prediction.
Yeah. So I think it's kind of the same effect, and I think Kabam Mike was saying it's the Rintra effect now, where they choose someone on looks and who they think will be a good spot for the game. So it could be definitely him.
The Rintra effects, I like that.
Yeah, they said it used to be the Crossbones effect, where they thought Crossbones was going to be a bigger character, but he never really turned out to be.
I feel like he's a bigger character now than when he was released.
Yeah. I think for the movie, the Civil War movie.
Oh, is that when he came out? That makes sense.
Yep. Jay talked about Rintra longer than his screen time.
MSD.
Yeah. Too cold with that one.
That was a good one. Anyway, Rintra is a good character, regardless of his screen time.
Yeah.
So is there any like MCU movie or show that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next Guardians. That's really it was the big three for me was Spider-Man No Way Home, Thor: Love and Thunder, and then Guardians 3. And Spider-Man No Way Home went above and beyond my expectations. Thor: Love and Thunder a bit under, and Guardians 3. I'm really excited for that one because it's been so long since Guardians 2 came out, and since all the Gamora stuff happened in Infinity War. So really interested to see how all that shakes out finally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I'll be excited to see the next What If. I think the new What If is going to be pretty sick.
2?
Yeah, season 2 should be coming out next year?
Yeah, it should be.
That's awesome. Yeah, that show was way better than I was expecting it to be. That was really cool, and I feel like I love that because like they can pretty much do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
Like they can just pull
Yeah,
some really crazy crap out of their hat.
like Captain Carter. Who would have thought Captain Carter was going to be this popular and show up in Multiverse of Madness?
Yeah, I
It's.
think. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's still crazy that she's more popular than Sam. Like we've gotten more of her than Sam Wilson as Cap.
That's true. That's sad.
Hopefully that'll change with this movie. I'm excited for
Yeah.
that.
But I'd say my favorite moment from What If was when the Ultron Vision just like shredded Thanos in half in like a second. That was just like that blew my mind when I saw that. I was like, okay, I love this show. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome to see.
The Ultron was just ripping through time and space there for a minute and fighting
He was like, sad.
the
Yeah,
Watcher. That was pretty gnarly.
absolutely. The Doctor Strange one, What If He Loses His Heart, was absolutely my favorite episode. It just cuts
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
deep.
That was awesome too. I really like that.
Okay.
I love Doctor Strange. Great character.
Hell yeah. What else you got over there, Jay?
Okay. Well. Obviously you are in the CCP. Is there anything you would kind of want to make for the better? Like, is there any changes you'd like to see with the CCP, or just talk about?
Oh yeah. First of all, we don't get paid a cent by Kabam. Not saying that we should, but I really wish Kabam would utilize us more. They would bounce more ideas off us. Prime example is this whole Battlegrounds reward structure debacle. I think if they would have just showed us a little bit earlier, asked us what we think, like we could have avoided this whole situation. So I feel like just more communication, more bouncing of ideas can't hurt.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I talked to my parents a lot, and they were like, "Man, you still don't get paid for being." I'm like, "No, I don't." But yeah, and also you've made a video, kind of, with obviously with Mike's position and previously a different position that we know that got filled with Janix. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? Applying for that positions.
Yeah, I did try to apply for Kabam, and I was really excited. I thought it'd be really cool because the job specifically itself would have been like Kabam John would have been like my partner, like at work. Like that would be so like I love John. He's such a great guy. I would love to work with him, like as my job, But I just thought it was like a really good opportunity. And I think I just could have a lot of fun and a really good impact on the game, and all still while trying to keep my channel the same. And Kabam said I was going to get an interview, but then I never did. Karate Mike, Brian Grant, everyone else who said they were going to get interviews did, but I didn't. They didn't even tell me. So it's just, I don't know, kind of made me lose a lot of respect for them when they did that.
Yeah, there's a few things with that, like I'll try to get information on and stuff like that, or this will happen, and it doesn't happen. Like 8 months later, I'm still on with no answer. So
right,
it's like, oh, it's so infuriating because you're like, oh, please, I need to know, I need to get this and do this, and it's like, nope, no answer. It sucks. So I'm with you. It's not as bad as like not getting an interview to a job you absolutely are excited for, but yeah, that sucks.
Like it's honestly it's not that big of a deal. The real problem is just that they didn't give me a heads up.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, all you have to do is say, "Oh, hey, sorry, like we filled the position." That's fine then. Okay, I'm a big boy, I can take that. But just, like the fact that they never mentioned it, never said anything, like they have no regard for me at all. That's what it felt like. It's like, screw me, okay, screw you, like, whatever.
Would you apply for another position if one opens up?
I don't know. It would have to be. It would really depend on what the position is.
Mm-hmm. Well, I hope it opens up. I think BAM are losing out not having you on the team. So I
appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I mean, anybody that's willing to help the game for the better, I mean, community or otherwise, is more than welcome. I should assume,
Yeah, but nothing against the J Nick. I think he was a really good pickup for them, really good hire, and he's been doing a good job.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Free J Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, with the balance and updates, would you, what have you seen so far that you liked or disliked with the balances and updates to the
Ooh,
characters?
Okay,
for like the balance
buffs,
program.
buffs, and then no
Yeah.
one's been balanced yet.
Yeah, so
Okay.
the balance program it's interesting because I was talking to Brian about this, and we were looking at the attributes on like the new champs. And so the whole point of the balancing system is to is based off those attributes. You know, if the champion is underperforming those attributes, then you know they should get tuned up a little bit. Or if they're way over performing those attributes, they might get toned down a bit. But like the if you go and look at those attributes, like some champions are just not living up to that, and Kabam hasn't done anything. For example, a lot of people thought Wong was going to be tuned up, and he wasn't. So I find it interesting. Personally, I think Gore should be the first champion to get tuned up, and if he doesn't get tuned up, then it's kind of like, what is this balance program? What's the point? So I'm really curious to see if Gore gets a tune up because I think he deserves it.
Okay. But all the other champions that have been released this year seem okay.
Yeah, I feel like they have a spot in the game and they're doing something well. So yeah, I think Wong could
Cool.
have been tuned up a little bit, but I still like Wong. I still want a Wong. I think he's still a good defender too. So whatever.
Yeah, Wongers.
Nice.
Wongers,
Yeah,
yes, dude.
Wongers.
Madison's my favorite
Wongers.
character. I love it.
That shit is so funny.
Yeah, I agree.
That's his new name, man. Wongers. We gotta call him that.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Um. So what else you got over there, Jay?
I'm just reading chat. So someone says they want Captain Carter in the game, the What If version. We'll see. I think Kabam gave on Twitter said we want every Captain America shield in the game. So who knows? Could get Captain the Britain shield. Imagine the Watcher as a playable champ with that awesome armor. I would be in awe because that would be amazing.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I'd lose my shit.
Someone at the door.
So,
No worries, man. All right, kind of tell us. But she seems lacking. Oh, Titania seems lacking. I would say, yeah, it's too early to tell. I think what CCP footage just came out 2 days ago, so I mean, yeah, no worries. I don't think Titania is lacking, but we'll see.
yeah, it's super early. It's super early to say.
Someone says they want Cosmic Spider-Man with the Unipower. Yeah, that would
Be awesome.
absolutely cool.
I feel like I don't feel like we'll see that playable, but I'd really like to see that like in the storyline, like kind of like when Black Panther got like his own gauntlet, like something like
Yeah.
that.
And that's kind of what we like when hold on, Null. So during Null's, Venom got the Unipower, and him with Silver Surfer's surfboard with the Unipower like defeated Null, and that's how that went down in the contest.
In MCOC?
No, in the comic books.
Oh,
In the contest, it was Nova beheading his dragon, and then we defeat Null, which was still cool. Absolutely.
yeah, I think I remember hearing that in one of your videos.
Yeah, we can.
Nova needs some more respect,
Right? Hey, and I heard that he might be getting some respect story wise, so I'm excited.
Ooh, what about kit wise?
I
For his second buff.
I don't
He's not
know.
doing
I
that
just
anymore.
I know what Clips was saying. He wants to bring Nova to the story forefront.
That'd be cool. If he
But
gets a buff.
I want a buff. Yeah.
Definitely needs another one.
Yeah.
It's hard to like bring a character to the forefront of the story when no one wants to play them.
Yeah. I even those videos. I was like, man, oh my god, Nova beheaded a dragon, but it doesn't feel that way when you play him. Absolutely.
Not at all.
My most wanted champ is Bullseye from the last vote. Yeah, Bullseye would be cool.
Yeah, I feel like he'd be a really cool skill character that would like probably bypass like evade and miss. Like his whole thing is never missing. So I feel like he could be a pretty cool skill champ.
Oh yeah, I would love him taunting the whole time too.
Yeah.
Who did you vote for from the second vote?
I went with Quicksilver.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I wanted him from the start just because like I wanted a speedster in game.
Yeah. Would you want another one?
Yeah, you talking about Wanda and
Marvel?
Vision's son?
Yeah, so we have
Oh,
Speed from
Yeah,
Speed.
Wickham.
So Billy's
Yeah.
brother, and then we also have Makari from the Eternals.
yeah. I'd be fine with it, but I think definitely let's wait some time. I
Yeah.
don't want to oversaturate the speedster market.
What about North Star, dog?
Oh yeah, too. He can do a lot more than Speed too.
Could get the wizard too.
Yeah.
I remember him from the again the Spider-Man cartoon.
Yeah. Okay. So what else you got, Jay? Are you just reading chat?
Yeah, I'm just reading chat. I would say, what was it? There's something I wanted to ask you. Oh yeah, you mentioned that you said there is one chant that everyone's missing. Was there a champ you're missing?
Yeah. Let me. Quicksilver is definitely missing.
Okay.
Him. Let me pull up my own champs and tell you who I'm chasing right now.
While you do that, I'll just brag that I finally got my first Immortal Iron Fist.
Oh
Who
yeah.
was it? Or what?
Congrats, because I don't have
yeah.
one.
Damn, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm not one either.
Man, I've opened so
God,
many of those
man.
crystals.
3-star.
Better than nothing, I'll tell you that.
Okay, yeah. So I got pulled up here. So in science, obviously, not many people have Quicksilver. But aside from him, like Scorpion, still missing him.
Okay.
Love to get him. Skill class, Blade. Having a 6-star Blade is pretty cool. Mutants. I'm really only missing Iceman and Emma. Cosmic. I'm missing like Surfer, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And Tech. The new Doom and Cap Sam. And Mystic. Just Jugger. I actually want Juggernaut now. I like his buff. And Wongers. Yeah, some main
Nice.
champs I'm missing.
Okay. So what makes you want to get Juggernaut?
I think he just looks really fun. Honestly, it looks like a blast to play.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't messed with him since his buff.
Yeah, he's definitely a lot better on attack, but he's worse on defense. It's interesting.
So I've heard. um. Okay, let's see. You have anything you want to plug before we end the show?
No, not really. Just make sure you guys like the stream, like the podcast.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
We put your YouTube link as well.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
thanks.
go subscribe to Lags.
Give him the
Give him
100K.
some follows and likes.
follow.
Yeah. Heck yeah, we want to see another Kitty Pride guide.
Let's go.
Yes.
All right. I want to thank everybody for hanging out in chat. I want to thank JX for streaming us live on YouTube and Twitch, and thank Lagacy for being our guest this weekend.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me on. I appreciate it. It's an honor.
Yeah, dude, no problem. The pleasure is ours.
Absolutely. We wanted you for a while now, and literally the day I was gonna ask you, you were like, "Hey, I want to come on." I was like, "Are you serious?"
Yeah, dude. Like I just watched the John one, and I'm like, I want to be a part of this.
Yeah, we were waiting so long to ask you. I think we were asking all the content creators, and I was just afraid to get a no, and so we were just waiting to do it, and so I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah, man. I really like your content. Like I tell like a lot of people ask like how do you come up in MCOC, and it's what I tell them is you need to do something that no one else is doing, or do it better than what anyone else is doing. And you've totally got like the niche on like the story, and
Yeah.
like I feel like that's so perfect for you.
Thanks, man.
You just like I think if like just stay in your niche, like, and you'll just keep growing. That's perfect. Like people want to know more about the story, they come to JX.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
That's what I try to do, man.
Heck yeah.
I'm trying to learn more about the story too. So,
Hey, I'm going back through all the story
Find it on-
contents.
dude, that's perfect. Because like honestly, like the skipping, like the story, like the dialogue, like it's literally like just ingrained. Like even if I don't, even
Yeah.
if I actively want to know what's happening, I just do it by accident. Like it's so hard not to these days. After years of
Yeah.
just muscle memory, skip, doing legends runs and stuff. Like I had to.
I don't blame you. I had to
Not
unlearn to
even
do
when you're
that.
auto playing, it doesn't even pop up.
Yeah, that's it.
So, all right, yeah. Thanks everybody, and have a good night.
Yep. Good night,
So-
everybody.